How you doing? This is Reality with DVD. This is going to be my episode recap of the Real Housewives of Atlanta season Sweet 16, episode 3. Are you ready? Are you ready? So the episode opens up and we are with Britt. And we just can't stop talking about the baby and how she was a hottie in high school. But was a hottie, y'all. A hottie, y'all, being a video vixen. Now, where they do that at? Now, all of a sudden, she got all these morals since what happened to her with Kenya. So the thing happened to her with Kenya. Then she had this issue. She was with Rick Ross, and she didn't want to abolish our collars. It's just like, how do y'all think that fella feel knowing that he was picked because he was salt of the earth? Child, I can't make this up. So we get to the dinner table. And this is mostly his family because she fell out with her sisters, right? So here's the deal, y'all. What we all confused on is that $2 million life insurance, as my grandma would say, policy. Okay, let me see if I can piece it together from what I know about insurance. See how things work out with the insurance. I had one of these things called an ex-boyfriend who was in the insurance game. So I'm going to try to make it out of what I know from what he said. Okay? So, if you have a life insurance policy, the life insurance policy is supposed to roll over with your company. See, she said he was between jobs. He passed away. So, how long was he at the new job in order for them not to pay the insurance policy? Because if the insurance policy wasn't paid, then where was the money? Where did the money go? Because whether you work for that company any longer or not, the insurance money is still there. So after all of that, she decided to be in the insurance game. She sold the company, and her sisters fell out. So I just wanted to address the little boy at the table telling us, oh, we fancy. We ain't lost the tail. And everybody was like, well, they showing out because that ain't what they normally eat. I think, yeah, I mean, in any family, if you having lobster tails or whatever, they may have that every weekend or whatever, or it may have it only on special occasions. But I know this thing for sure. A kid don't care how damn fancy the meal is, they gonna pick chicken nuggets and fries every time. I know. Been there, done that, and got the chicken nugget child about to go eat some right now. And you want them to eat something, and you try not to give them the processed food and all these things and all these rules, and then you realize it's some battles you can't win. You can't have a starving child either. I just hope. See, what we're seeing is cracks in the game as well. She goes to talk to one sister-in-law. She's telling her about her issues with Kenya. I mean, she has Kenya on the brain. And y'all remember what happened when Drew first came on the show. She had Kenya on the brain. And then she teamed up with PORSHA after Kenya and PORSHA was supposed to be getting on better terms. And whether people believe this or not, Team Twirl really started to like PORSHA, I think, after all that situation had gone down with them. Like I said, she started shading Kenya first on Watch What Happens Live. Kenya said, I thought we were cool now. And then she just started dropping, all kind of shade, which is what PORSHA does. PORSHA and her gator mouth can't help themselves. So she eats with KELLI, and she said, well, I don't know what kind of person I'm gonna get. She got 16 different personalities. If she got 16, you got 27. Okay? Same person. Only is what I see in KELLI that's different from you is that KELLI seems to be honest in your face. You want to lay hands on people. When yes, Kenya did have the bullhorn in your face, but when you reached over and grabbed her by her hair and began to drag that lady on the floor, I saw something real devilish in you and your personality. Then, because you don't have the words. You don't have the words or the comebacks. And when you said that it was social distancing, y'all had that first on TV, or what you call it, virtual reunion. I knew then that if Eva had been in your goofy face, you would have laid hands on her too. Because I just believe that's in your character. But anyway, they go on to say, to make a truce. So Kelly gets in confession. She's like, well, if I got a lot of personality, so what? She got a lot of men. Everybody saw that as a read. I didn't get it. Fell flat for me because we whole shaming her. Even though she did go around there and take that lady husband. And I really don't care if she used whole shaming that one. Well, I take that back. Go on to whole shame. Then I go standing up for women again. I was about to give Future Juice some credit. She don't deserve credit right just yet. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, she tells her she having an event at the Beaumont. It's gonna be high end and elegant, and you are invited. And well, that's what we asked for. Then we asked for glamour, and we about to get it. The real issue and the real problem that comes up is Shamil. Yes. Her bestie. Her bestie went round there and told Kelly if she had something to say about Porsha, say it to her face. Now, for some strange reason, gators have small brains. That's why they gap that mouth open, and it snap up anything, right? So this gator opened that mouth and it just snapped up the conversation and turned it every which way but loose. Inside and out. Misunderstandings all around, right? Intentional. Very, very intentional. I believe that Porsha knew exactly what the fuck Shamina, shout out to Anthony, meant when she said, ask Porsha. What she was saying is, don't tell me this shit. If you want to know something about Porsha, ask her yourself. I can't believe my best friend went around there and told Kelly to come have me. It was a setup. Then she go tell Dix for Darlene this. I keep Diane. You know what? I know her name is Diane, but Dix for Darlene sound better than Diane. Okay, I said what I said. Let's keep on pushing. Then Dix for Dollars gonna have the nerve say if she beware of the person that will bring you the bone. And I knew that you and Shamil go way back, but I think I may have deleted it. But I heard, and if I did delete it, it won't be attached. But if I didn't delete it, I'm gonna go through my screens and find out and see if I deleted it. But if I didn't delete it, I screen recorded a conversation between Shamia and Porsha. And Porsha lied to her face, because Shamia was pouring out her heart to her. This was the season that I think it was season 9 when all the melee occurred with her accusing people of premeditated rape. So she was telling Shamil was telling Porsha, do you understand that I am about to get married? I'm about to be a married woman. How does that make me look, with Faith saying, oh, Porsha, she hot tail Shamil. Everybody knows her. Everybody knows her. She slept with half of Atlanta. And then the fact that she had said one of my closest friends, we were having an affair, and I was messing with her and her husband. Yeah. And Porsha sat her big-eyed, frog-eyed ass, gator mouth ass, lying ass in front of her and said, oh, girl, Phaedra has never said anything like that to me. And then they show the previous thing. Y'all, go back and look at that. That is very telling of who this lady is. When I tell you this bitch is something serious. Ain't nobody's friend, by the way. She might be friends with Gay Funky Phaedra. For real though, cause Funky Phaedra is just like her. Sneaky, lying, conniving, manipulative, all the above. So now we down to the studio. And Angela is telling the girls about the conversation that she had with Shamil. She said that Shamil said that she didn't say that were they effing. And then Kenya said she absolutely said that. And then we're looking at Cynthia with that bad wig on. It's just gonna be a series of unfortunate events on this episode with her and that wig. But anyway, she goes and says, well, you know, how are things with you and Portia? Talking to Drew. And Drew says, you know what? I had a conversation with Portia. And we're trying to get in a better place. Did Portia say that for real? Because Portia seemed like she, you know, I ain't feeling you right now, too. So, Cynthia says, well, Portia don't have any problems getting anybody together, honey. She don't need no help. And then she goes around and says that baby dad is hit different because Kenya asked her permission to film with Leon. I don't give two shakes of a rattlesnake's ass. If I had access to Leon's fine ass, I wouldn't ask her shit and wouldn't get two shakes of a rattlesnake's ass again. If she liked it or not. If I wanted Leon to play my love interest, Leon could play my love interest. Ever since like a prayer, Leon's been my love interest. Just like a prayer, I'm down on my knees. I wanna take you there in the midnight hour. I can feel your power. Do y'all know the controversy that Like a Prayer had back in the 90s? Or was it the 80s? I think it was the late 80s. Do y'all know the controversy that Madonna started in the late 80s or early 90s with Like a Prayer? Baby, it was a 2-part video. It premiered one night, then the continuation premiered the other night. And then the people was upset because she had him hanging on the cross, and it was Leon, and he was a black dude playing Jesus. Baby, when I tell you the people was upset, the Inquirer was on fire. That's what y'all call the internet and social media these days. We call it the Inquirer and the Star. It was on fire. Drew, I literally don't talk to him on the phone. Dennis on the phone. Then bro comes up. Now, y'all, I heard that this album is fire. I gotta listen to it. And I will one day, but I'm not the streaming down music type person. If I want to go listen to a damn album, what I would like to do is go to the store, Bebop Record Shop, down there on County Line Road, and scroll through the CDs or the records and say, hey, this one. Can I listen to it? Baby, you know you had upgraded back in the day when you go in the Bebop Record Shop and ask for the headphone and they give you a preview of the album. Those were the days. And when I tell you that I don't have a streaming platform to stream music, I let my Spotify expire. I let my YouTube music expire. I don't even know what to listen to the shit on because for the simple fact that I don't do the streaming. If I don't hear it on the radio, and 9 times out of 10, I don't hear it. And that's just what it is. I want to stick, and my car don't even have it. My car's got it, the damn screen. I don't want to go through the damn trouble. I'm riding down the road, scrolling through the damn playlist, hooking up the doggone, what you call this, my aux cord or my, what is this damn thing called, my charger? So I can get to the auto thing on my phone, on my car, instead of scrolling through the damn records on my screen up there. I got to do it on my steering wheel. I don't want to do all that shit. I just want to sit, pop in a CD, ride down the road, and just listen to the damn album. Why can't we do that no more? We should have options. The CD was supposed to be the antidote to the 45. Damn. Now here we are, only stream. I don't have no damn. What's the other one they got out? Pandora. I don't have that. I don't have Shazam. None of it. And I'm just showing my age and being old right now. But it's also sort of a protest. Now we at Shamil's house, the Beaumont. Whatever they call Shamil's house, the Point Crest, Paul Drive, wherever we at. So we down to Shamil's house. And at Shamil's house, what are we doing? Child, we talk to the sisters. And then we find out Shamil and her sisters are everything to each other. But those sisters ain't doing nothing to take care of that baby. She got a nanny and them two sisters helping her around that house in a hood. And she's so busy with 2 children. Mind you, one of the children of special needs, I do know that, and they deserve extra care. But this lady talking about taking on another child and another job and doing music. See there? That goes to show you I need a nanny right now. If I had all that damn help Shamia got, child, I won't be complaining about nothing. I only have one sister. And I'm not stressed of a thing. Because she's selfish because she don't want nobody else keeping my kids either. Then there's that. And then Glenda, the good witch, got cancer too? Or did she say lupus? Lupus. I know how that is. It is. When I tell you that I thought, see, with my health issues, it always was something where sometimes I would just not feel my best or wouldn't feel right. And then I would go to the doctor and the doctor would say, well, I said, I feel like I got diabetes. And then they had me drink the orange shit. And it's just been a series of things ever since I was in college. And this was like in 1996. Then I finally got my diagnosis with the endometriosis. So that's why I can really speak in fibroid. That's why I can really speak to what's going on with Sweet Tea. Because if like I said, if you have issues, then it was some kind of indication there to let her know that something was wrong. Because I was like having the heaviest cycle. Then, and I was having issues conceiving myself. Then, see, all these things happen. So this is early 2000s. Then in the late 2000s, then I started feeling, a lot of anxiety. And then fast forward, my potassium dropped. And this is the diagnosis we just now get. When I tell you signs and symptoms are always there, we're just now getting to the diagnosis of what's wrong with me. And it's a relative to lupus, my issue. And guys, y'all, yes, that all those things could have been as a result of this thing that's been going on with me all these years, because I have like rosy cheeks sometimes and I get flushed. And these things that goes on with me, they have a tendency to replicate lupus. And my body just feels like it wants to shut down. Like, so I definitely know how she feels. And I definitely understand the fatigue and the listlessness to come along with it. And then to have to deal with Shamil's baby who has special needs. That's a lot. Yeah, so Shamil should be very, 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 when I say very, 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 very thankful that she has a sister that's dealing with all those issues and still trying to help her out. Yeah. And don't take her for granted. That's the thing I want to put out there, especially if she has her own children. So Shamil discusses all the things that's going on with her. You have the ectopic pregnancy. Then what happened with Shia, because now something's about to happen to her. She thinks that, she has to have surgery as well. I don't remember what they said was wrong with her after they got a second diagnosis of adenoids and tonsils. I guess that's going to be the same thing that's going to be taken out, but yes. So she's just catching it from both ends. I understand. I definitely understand. I want to say when Drew was promoting TLC movie, I want to say that we already kind of knew that she could sing, because I want to say that she said she had trained to sing all of. Didn't she play Chili? I want to say she had trained to sing her part. Or did she play T-Ball? No, 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 no. Kiki Palmer played Chili. She played T-Balls, and because I always thought her face was kind of squarish to be playing T-Ball. And Lil Mama played uh, uh, Left Eye. So now it's time to go see Drew's divorce attorney in a bad wig. So what's up with the wigs, y'all? Now when I tell you this lady is divorce attorney, probably attorney to the star, at least she can go around there and get the Phaedra effect just to show up on TV. Damn, that look like my grandmama wig from the 80s. I'm mad at her for that. Anyway, we find out that Ralph has all access to Drew's funds, but she does not know what his finances are. He down in the basement for a reason. I wouldn't trust that motherfucker for nothing down in that damn basement. I will pack up, and on the times that I have to take care of my kids, Drew got enough money to go around that corner and get her a little small apartment. That's why I'll be until I got this shit wrapped up. I won't be dealing with Ralph. And then Ralph gonna have a damn man cave show. If that is not, when I first saw Ralph, before he and Motel Hotel became cool, I immediately said, I'm seeing something. Then we find out he's just supposed to be this big tech specialist, but all of a sudden we don't know how much money he makes. But when we found out about him, we knew how much money he made because tech giants make it well in the high 6 to low 7 figures is what we were under the impression of. So what the hell's going on here? Where now we don't know how much money Ralph makes. Is he in IT or tech or not? Huh? What's going on here? Then he's had multiple affairs. And he gets on TV and acts like it's gonna be a problem if Drew comes downstairs. He gonna contact his lawyer. What the fuck? And what happened to cousin Coy? What was that all about? Was that really his cousin? What in the hell's going on? No, I found out that was his cousin. They have cousins in common. So this is a scam artist. When I tell you, if y'all would go back and look at my recap of the past, you will see that I said Drew is living the life in the past. Not in the past, but of the past, the movie. That was her real life. I'm just saying. So the event that Kelly is having is for a good cause. Osteogenic hyperfecta. I think that's what she said. I don't even know what that is. But it's a good cause. Anyway. Osteogenesis imperfecta. What the hell is that? I usually can tell by what something is by listening to the words. But I didn't catch that. I really did. Never heard of it, really, to be honest with you. Well, just looking at it, it seems like Brooklyn and all the girls are very familiar with each other. So why they have to take my twirl? They have the twirl into my word. When they took my twirl. Now we got to watch this thing play out because right now it's not looking good for old Brit for me. Have y'all noticed that she has a verbal fry very similar to Mia's? And Mia is really selling herself to try to get to Atlanta, y'all. And she's serious. Why do we need another plastic face on the show? We don't need another Brit. We don't need another Kelly. Even though I like Kelly better than Brit. But let's just admit, their faces are really hard. You know how like those dolls or mannequins look in the store? That's what I say, store, not store. Them or madam. Like I said, when I tell y'all about madam, that means somebody got some hard cheeks. Right? And if you know madam, you know. Y'all, when I tell y'all, when I look up to find madam, to place her face on somebody's face when I'm editing a video, Why the hell can't I ever find that damn mannequin? The face puppet. Now, if y'all remember her show, y'all, she had real live people that were her nieces and nephews. And she was very rich. Then I found out that really was talking behind the puppet was a gay man. Maybe he passed on. I don't know. What's going on? Where is Meth? Not the one. And that's what pops up. Evil's character. Isn't that ironic? So we find out that Portia didn't get a full beat. She half beat. I knew she was looking Ashy for some reason. But, or should I say, hello, Ashy? Oh, when I watched this live, I didn't catch the osteogenesis, the osteobone. Ugh. I'm losing it, y'all. I thought I already had it, but I see now. Yeah, okay, I got it now. So she explained what it was, and when I heard, because I thought about me being a social worker, I thought about the child who had brittle bones when I was a social worker. And I didn't put two and two together because all I heard was her saying that the social workers were calling and they was, they were supposed to be coming in and taking the baby. I didn't catch the part where she had explained the disease. And yes, very, 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 very often when children have brittle bones, you're going to get a call. It is very rare. If they haven't diagnosed it and the doctor doesn't know what it was, as a social worker, you're going to get a call. I know this. I've seen this. I've been there. It was a child that I got a call from where the mother kept telling the doctors that the baby had brittle bones because what happened was she was playing on the trampoline and she fell off the trampoline and her arm cracked in like 4 places and she was like you could see the bones just barely under her skin. And I guess the little girl had gotten so used to her bones cracking, and by the time I got up there, she was calm and relaxed, and she kept telling her she wanted to go home. And they were trying to get me to take the child, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not taking this child." Her mom said she had brittle bones. It was just a mess because a lot of times when you're a social worker, you do indeed have to use your best judgment in moments. And for some reason, and I know mothers can act, because I've had mothers who, you know, uh, their children black and blue, and still were appealing to my emotions. I love my baby. Don't you understand? I didn't touch her. She fell. It was always she fell, he fell, and I just spanked him, and yeah, I'm just saying that could have been that situation. I went with my gun on it, and I just let the little girl go home, back home with her parents. And the doctor was in there with me, and he was like really pissed because he was like, you didn't really investigate that deep enough. And I was like, did you? The woman is telling you that the baby has brittle bone. Just fix her, right? So he finally ended up taking her to an ortho specialist, and I did my further investigation outside of the hospital and found out that she really did have brittle bones. So, Team D on that. So I get where Kelly is coming from. In other words, why Cynthia on here looking like Penelope from Tyler Perry show, sister? I don't know if her real name is Penelope or not, but go like her name was Penelope when she was on American Next Top Model. I hate it. I used to wonder when I was looking at America's Next Top Model, is that a wig on her head? And there is, you talking about 99 no. Here goes Cynthia on this show with a 2000 and a 99 wig. What the hell? Now, this is my first time ever seeing Cynthia looking like somebody's grandma. So, Shamia, aka Shamina, and Angela get into it. And they start taking jabs at each other's features. You don't take it on back with that 99 no. Now mind you, you know, Angela is in real estate. I forgot to tell you that at the beginning of this video. And we get a little more insight into her and Charles. It wasn't the affair. You remember I told you it was a connection with Wendy Williams. So Wendy Williams, I still believe, I want to say she still had an affair with Charles, allegedly, if my memory serves me correct. Because you know, Wendy would tell about her experiences, though, child. But I found out though that Angela is the one. I don't know what blog I saw say that, but Angela is. I think it was House of Aaron said that Angela was the one who had told Wendy, so what? My husband had the baby on me and we stayed together. Sounds about right. Because one of those kids is not like the other. One of those kids is not the same. And I believe it's Charles Jr. He might have came on the break. Now, remember, they decided to live separately after the situation that happened in Madison Square Garden. Didn't I tell you I knew his attitude from basketball? I believe, if my memory serves me, here I go with my memory again. If my memory serves me again, that's why he got traded from the Bulls. I want to say he couldn't get along with either Craig Hodges or Michael Jordan. Either way it goes, I know his attitude. So she said, if you don't go on somewhere with that 99 note, and then she says, of all the notes, Shamil says, all the notes you could have chose, you chose that. And then she said, it's giving Flavor Flav. Okay, Flavor Flav. And to clean it up, because people were saying that she was a featurist and a colorist, she decided that she was going to clean it up and say that she kind of reminds her of, I think, like Flavor Flav being Portia's hype man. That was a good cover up. Because she is Portia's hype woman. If that's what you want to call it. And Portia is Chucky. And she come in, collect that check, and Portia does all the work. And so she says, so get some glue to glue her nose back down. And then she says, well, we need something to get yours out of Portia's ass. Okay. Yeah, they really having a disagreement for real, down to this Lady Bomb event. So Kelly's like, well, can we all just get along? Looking like Sierra. And I don't mean Sierra, I mean from Love and Hip Hop. So Shamil's like, she's telling the girls what happened. She's like, what's happening? Well, this trick tried to read me for asking Drew a simple question. Was she dating Dennis? So here's the deal. Tell you what, Drew's sister popped up on the scene like my sister would. It's gonna be me or them. Do I need to handle Portia? Because I know Portia's history. So Portia goes up to Shamir and said, what's going on? She said, well, she's accusing me of saying that I said Portia and Dennis were fucking. I said, were they dating? Were they a thing? And then she said, I did play Flavor one time during Halloween, but I didn't know I was going to get the real LaToya Jackson right now. Oh, she does have a Jackson 5, though, don't she? Boy, if you looked at them Jacksons from the 70s versus today, everybody seems like they have some hard work, except for my good buddy Jackie. Jackie know he fine, y'all. Still fine. All day and all night. Every day and twice on Sundays. When I tell you Jackie's so fine to me. Wait. I know Britta ain't over there talking about somebody looking like Toy Jackson, talking about she didn't want to lay, but the girl sort of look like LaToya Jackson. What, have you seen Mia? That's who you look like. So Ken's like, why are you talking about the girl nose though? Then she say, Portia came in. She wrong for Shamil a little bit. Well, this tit for tat. She called the Flame Flame. But I think she attacked her. I want to say Shamil attacked the nose first. In confessional, she was like, we don't do that over here at Phillips. Y'all do that at Atlanta. Not at Phillips. I wonder is that the mall I went to. Anyway, I went to the Snooty Mall. I was begging to go to Lennox to see how ghetto and hood it was because everybody said Lennox is ghetto and hood. I didn't get to find out. So Porsha and Shamia makes up. And then, in the midst of it all, Drew goes to talk to Porsha. And Porsha says, no, 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 I'm feeling sick. I can't do it right now. And the episode goes off with Brooklyn coming to Porsha. And so she goes in the confessional and she's like, oh, where is the audacity? Then I find out the audacity is standing behind me. She done brought Heavy D up in here. That's Porsha talking about Drew's sister. And Drew is right. It's showing right there on the screen. All the text messages where they agreed to talk. All Porsha had to do was say, this ain't the time or the place. Then she said, we can talk now. We can go in the studio and talk. Yeah, that's what Drew says. But I'm going to tell you this right here, right now. We know that Drew can sing. Porsha not so much. Everybody's giving Dennis his praises about this app. So I'm going to have to ride with Drew on this one and say that Drew made the right decision to pick him to produce her. And she don't have to pay high ass Dallas Austin. Let's think about that thing. If you know, you know. Dallas Austin was all up in the TLC movie and their documentary where they discussed how you can be penniless and be an artist because they were constantly paying him. And even though he had a baby with Chili, they didn't get no discounts. And with that, I'm going to close. Come on in. Come on in. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell button. You will be notified when I upload a video. And don't forget to what? Share the video. Why? Because sharing is caring. And I cannot stress to you enough how important it is for you to like the video. If I get 6 views on this video when I first uploaded to my channel, if I get 6 views and 6 likes, that's gonna even push it up into the algorithm so people can view the video. So everybody that watches the video, I need you to hit the like button and help me get to that 2,000 subscriber mark so I can give you all the love and adoration that you need. All right, and as I do when I close, I'm going to chunk them up. Deuces.